Hi, this is Kim Cook again. I'm here in Pioneer Square with Conversations on a Bench. And this is Ryan. He just walked up tonight and asked if he could talk on the bench with me. So, Ryan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Ryan. I've lived in Seattle, Washington for about 25 years. I'm a 41-year-old male. I am currently homeless on the streets of Seattle, and so what you guys are talking about here really hits home right now. So.
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened that where you're homeless?
Yeah, so a lot of it's rooted in addiction, but also mainly I'm currently clean and sober right now, actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but a lot of it's I've dealt with a lot of loss recently.
Yeah.
So I was first homeless on the streets of Seattle in the winter of 2021. I spent 5 months out here, at which point it was miserable. I mean, in the summertime, I think being homeless in Seattle isn't so bad. The weather's all right. It's kind of like camping for a lot of people. They get a tent, you know what I mean? And there's lots of resources, right? It's not so comfortable. But in Seattle, winter comes quick, and it can be really long and arduous. And experiencing that winter in Seattle, I told myself that I would never do that again. Got a job, got myself off the streets. I didn't rely on any resources like Reach or Lead or any of those things. And spent 2 years living with my girlfriend at a nice apartment in Juanita in Kirkland, Washington. I struggled with addiction a little bit. In July, I enrolled in a 90-day treatment program at ABHS. I was released from treatment on October 21st of 2024, a few months ago. A week after getting out of treatment, my girlfriend overdosed and died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The apartment I was living at was in her name. The lease was in her name, even though I was paying half the rent. But I was forced to leave the apartment. And I wasn't in a position, because I just got out of treatment, I wasn't employed, and I didn't have the financial resources to pay first, last deposit at a new apartment. So since October 28th, I am now recently homeless again. And I'm doing things, working odd jobs and stuff, and working diligently to save money to try to get off the streets right now.
Wow.
I mean, homelessness in Seattle is such a convoluted issue. I mean, there's a lot of factors, addiction and the cost of housing in Seattle. I mean, those are just, a few factors that just scratch the surface of what's really going on in Seattle right now. So that's a little bit about my story. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk too much, but that's where I'm coming from. And I'd love to answer any questions that you might have, so you can get a first-hand perspective of what it means to be
Ryan,
homeless.
I'm really sorry about your girlfriend. On top of the grief of losing her and, then losing your apartment, that is so hard. I can't even imagine going through that. And congratulations for maintaining your sobriety through that. Because that for some people would send them right back, right?
Right.
But congratulations.
Yes.
Are you looking to get into a shelter or some kind of program so that you can,
So
work back?
it's challenging getting into a shelter. It's not as easy as you might think. There's a lot of people trying to get into those shelters, and I don't know if it's luck of the draw. I've been working with Reach, Lead. I've seen a lot of people that have been given a lot of housing opportunities, and those just haven't come my way. And I'm not going to just sit back and continue to wait for them. I see some people that wait for years for these things. I've learned that, I just need to find something like, maybe a room for rent for a few $100 or cash under the table or something, just initially to get off the streets. Get a place, where I have access to a clean shower every day and a bed, so I can get a job and have a place to keep my clothes and, keep my personal belongings safe. Everything what you see me wearing right now and everything in this backpack, this is everything I own right now in the world today.
Yeah.
And, if, I fall asleep out here, if I'm tired, if this is taken away from me, right, that's everything I have. And, I keep my wallet close to me, because the ID is so important, as well as having just, my couple debit cards. We're getting into an era now where a lot of businesses don't accept cash, whether they're restaurants or whatever. And, so, you need those resources. Seattle has a lot of really good resources. The Compass Center over here is a really great place. And like I said, programs like Reach and Lead, that, deal with addiction and, all the issues that surround homelessness.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think some people just need more than that. So I'm a pretty motivated individual. I'm probably only going to be out here for like another month or two. I've started saving money. I got a little bit of money now.
Are you working right now?
So yeah, I'm doing odd jobs. Like I said, I'm a career salesperson. I'm a college graduate. I have an associate's in business management from Bellevue College and a certificate in small business accounting. Um, I've I'm very employable, but no, I'm not working a steady job right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, when you don't have a place to live, you don't have a place to lay your head every night, and a place to access a clean shower, it's really hard to get on that
Really hard
schedule
to get a
of
job,
working and
isn't
get a
it?
job and everything. Yeah. So I don't, I have my cell phone, but like sometimes it dies.
Yeah.
Um,
Those are like such little details that are really important. Like the guys who are coming in our program just really need to plug in a phone, right? If you're looking for a job and you don't have a phone, first of all, where do people call you?
mhm.
Employers, but if it dies, they're not getting through. I mean, it seems so simple to
We're living
somebody
in a
with a
digital
home.
world.
Yeah.
People need to have access to a cell phone, email,
Yeah.
internet, and these are things that I think, the non-homeless community, right? They take for granted. You know what I mean? 'Cause they're
Yeah.
things that are readily available to them
Totally.
every day. These are things that are not readily available to the homeless community, and I think those are things that are really important. There are a lot of programs where they give out, free cell phones or subsidized, phones. Those programs, but that only goes so far. And
Right.
yeah, if you don't have a place to plug it in, you know what I mean? It's just a piece of plastic
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then often, just being out here, it's easy to lose these things. Really easy, or they get
Yeah.
stolen, or
Yeah.
you just leave it laying somewhere for a second, it gets taken,
Yeah.
and then where do you get a replacement? It can be really hard to get a replacement because sometimes they only give out like one phone per person per every 6
Sure.
months. And
Yeah.
so, but all these things, yeah, definitely help with the issue. But like handouts, only go so far. Access to food and showers and bedding. Those are the three things I think are most important as far as starting to get somebody off the streets
Yeah.
and on the right track. So
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing.
yeah,
That's really helpful because I think people need to have a face to the. It's easy to just think it's somebody else's problem
yeah,
until they put a face to it. So
sure.
thank you for
And I
being
don't know,
vulnerable about
I think I'm
that.
pretty clean right now. I think at first glance, you might not know that I was homeless. I don't like fit the traditional mold of what a homeless person looks like. But I want, Seattle and America to know that this is what the face of homelessness looks like.
Yeah.
And it could be anybody. And it's, like I
A
said,
college graduate.
college graduate, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's, I don't think that's the general demographic of people that are homeless out here for the most part. But I think, just to show that it doesn't discriminate. It can touch anybody's life. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you giving me the time to,
Thank you,
kind of
Ryan.
talk and speak on behalf of the homeless people here
Yeah.
in Seattle. And I guess, keep doing what you're doing. I know Bread of
Thank
Life
you.
Mission, you guys, do a lot of great things for the community.
Thank you.
I'm very familiar with your organization. And yeah, we really appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you,
So,
Ryan. And make sure you talk to our guys here and see if we've got open beds because that's what we're here for. So,
Okay.
so make sure you talk to them and some of the connections that we could give you.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll be right back with another interview on the bench.